While I'm here, I thought I'd talk about the future and where we're going beyond just the next few weeks. Um, we spoke last time we had this meetup about video, and I spoke about how that was going to be an add-on module. We've now reassessed that decision and decided it's such an important and critical part of schools, and it's so core to the way Schoolbox works and the way we want it to work. It's now going to be built-in core feature, so videos will now be supported as a core feature. And when I say video support, you saw videos being embedded before into the pages, and that all works fine. But what we want to do is make that a whole lot easier so that videos don't need to be compressed, that they can be automatically uploaded and reconverted into a streaming format, just like what YouTube does, and make that part of Schoolbox. So when you upload a video, it automatically embeds and plays directly from within the system. There'll be a video component that you can add to your homepage, and you'll just post a video, and that will allow you to play videos. So the very most basic level allow students and teachers to upload videos quickly and easily for playback on their site. We're looking to really work on the portfolio over the next 6 months. So we're getting a lot more interest and a lot more feedback on how the portfolios are going and how schools are using them. So we'll be doing a lot more work in developing permissions around ePortfolios, developing the features and functions of ePortfolios, and making sure that we've got a really powerful feature that people can use to communicate and collaborate around. Things that we've also earmarked are multiple tabs for ePortfolio, so you can have separate class areas for your ePortfolio, so a student can have an English ePortfolio and a science ePortfolio and have different reflective blogs on each of those different areas. So more features like that. Teachers are making more and more demands about those areas, so we're going to make it more and more advanced. Actually, that's in 12.5, believe it or not. So yeah, the question was, can you export ePortfolios? And that will be available in 2 weeks' time, the ability to export your ePortfolio. So that will just be a zip file that will download, that will contain the HTML and all the files that you've uploaded to your ePortfolio, and students can take that away with them. It's an ongoing piece. The way I see portfolios is it's an ongoing developmental piece, which means that it probably won't archive. It will constantly evolve with the student as they move through their schooling. Having said that, reminds me of another key 12.5 feature that I forgot to mention, which is archiving of submissions. This is a big change for us. Previously, in previous years, we've deleted submissions every year so that all the student due work has been removed and it's no longer accessible. And you heard a teacher earlier say that she downloads it all and puts it in her folder to keep. As of 12.5, all of the submission work for all students across all subjects will be stored within the system and be accessible by teachers and students, so they can go back and see the work they submitted 2-3 years ago or last semester and see that all that work going back over that period of time. Parents will be able to access students' work as well. Yep. With the video in particular, there will certainly be infrastructure there. Specifically, we may even have the ability to split that infrastructure off. It will run perhaps as a separate service that will serve up your video, and you'll be able to manage that separately to the actual core of Schoolbox, so that you'll be able to decide whether you want to put that off-site or on-site or something like that, and Schoolbox will integrate through with that as well. So we're still working out how that infrastructure will work, but we plan to have them as separate systems, so a video service that will sit on its own and provide those videos once they've been uploaded to Schoolbox. Yeah, in terms of the portfolios, we will be improving things like My Files and those areas. At the moment, there's a bit of a convolution with My Files and WebDAV access, which we talked about earlier, that the Winona has My Files and it accesses their network drives, but schools that have ePortfolios use My Files to upload their files to their ePortfolios. So there's this convolution there. You can't have both at the same time. So we're going to fix that definition up and have it so you can have two separate My Files. One's probably going to be called My Network Drives, and the other one's going to be called My Files as well. So we'll solve that problem as well. I mentioned earlier about continuous student reporting. So it's really important part for us is to go into the idea of analytics on student results. We see the power of a learning management system is being transparent about being able to see how you're performing in the classroom and making sure that information is available to both teachers, students and parents so they can see if there are criteria that students are struggling in across the range of assessments. All of that sort of analytical assessment is going to be important for 13 as well. We've put in place all the building blocks. We've got normalised marks. We've got rubrics. And the next step for us will, of course, be to put in reporting cards that show you exactly how you're performing across all of those rubrics and all of those grades and all of the online quizzes. Alongside of that, we'll probably put in weighting for assessments so that when you create an assessment or a piece of work, you'll be able to weight that or control whether it's actually part of your report card. So you have some control over exactly how much that affects any given student's report. Of course, more interface refinements and icons is an ongoing battle is for us to improve the interface, and we'll continue that throughout 13. So we'll continue to improve the interface, make sure we put as many icons as possible around, add as much life and colour to the system, which is obviously what everyone keeps asking for. So we'll continue to make sure that happens throughout the system.